Okay, I'll do it. Can you hear me? Yep. Sorry about that. That too. Right. Get less of the board. I'm gonna have the microscope in front of that. Come over a couple of times. Yes, I'm backwards right now because my computer's on the other side, which I need to fix at some point. Please. Whenever this decides he wants to open. Okay. Good. Oh, right. I actually just had this one dropped just now. So this is for someone who lives locally, I believe. I think the SD card is actually inside. He's not picking up until tomorrow, so I've got heaps of time to do this one. I have a bunch of packages here that I need to open still. I can do that later on camera. I actually don't remember what's in there. Anyway, it's a quick inspection. XKW, so it's a V2. How's the port on this? Yeah, that looks fine. Make sure there's no damage. I need to be careful with later. There's a crack here on the red Joy-Con. What else? What else can I see here? Let's pop these out. Just so I make sure if something happens later. I just want to know what I've done and what was already here. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, just need to see which firmware this is on. Oh, it's already on. Awesome. So we are on 20.4. Oh, that's great. It's a good firmware version to be in. No, I know he's got automatic updates off. I should check, because if he didn't, he would have updated by now. Oh no, it is off. It is on. So we're gonna turn that off. Must have just kept it off the Wi-Fi. That off. Gonna go straight into mod chipping it. A little tea towel here so we don't scratch the screen. Cool. Yep, so we're just gonna pop this out. I haven't checked. Did I turn it off? Now I'm second guessing. Yes, I did. Let's check the size of this SD cards. Yep, cool. Glossiness on that. I hope this is a genuine card. I'll check afterwards, I mean. Yeah. So I believe this is the same as the one yesterday, right? It's funny enough, I got two V2s in straight, one after the other. So they're not very time consuming. So do this one now. If there's anything wrong with the sound or whatever, just let me know. I'm still new to streaming. So yeah, there's always stuff I'm like kind of troubleshooting as I go. So I always appreciate people telling me, please. Alright, so that's all for that. Just gonna do the tri heads now. The guy did say he's been in here before, but at least he said that he stopped when he saw the size of things in here, which is a good sign. It's always nice. But I also repair failed attempts. Why is this getting stuck up here? Probably just that. Yeah. Just clean the dust out of this into the bin. Might as well, since I'm already in here, might as well clean it.
Electroconvulsive therapy, part 1.
Yes, I did take this thing, this little black thing off it, because it makes it, for me personally, 1,000 times easier to know when it's actually plugged in later, and I just keep it on the side and then I just pop it back on afterwards. Makes life easier.
Electroconvulsive therapy, part 1.
Is this one smaller? No, they're all the same on this one. That should be it for this one. Cool. Yep, there you go. How's the thermal paste here? Yeah, that's fine. Yep. Some of them are absolutely fine. I don't change this one. This one, the one for the shield, I do not change. Especially if it's like still nice and moist like that. I'll just grab the extra from there and pop it all up here for later. Nice and easy. Cool. Alright, so first thing is I want my bent conical one. That one. First thing you're going to do is just disconnect the battery connector. Nice and easy. Then we're gonna actually, just to save on time here, I'm gonna get my tweezers. Not that one. Yep, that one. I might as well open one of these pads. What we're gonna do is, well, before even taking out the screws, I'm just gonna soak up the glue right there. Soak that up straight away, just to melt that glue. Yep, there you go, nice and soaked. There we go. Now we can go about our business and take those straight. And I'll turn on the microscope in a second, so you guys can actually see what's going on here. I hope it's not. So I just saw one of the screws off. Maybe I didn't. Maybe it was just one of these. Okay, I'll know. I've got plenty of screws later if I have to replace them. Right.
Electroconvulsive therapy, part 1.
The good thing about the V1s and the V2s is that the screws, like across this whole thing, the only thing that changes, in, to my knowledge, screw size is the ones on the fan and the ones that holding the motherboard in place, as far as I remember, at least. When you go into the OLED or the other one, um, it's all different. But anyway, I'm just gonna, let's get the microscope in here. Scope. Gonna just change that up. Just unplug the eMMC real quick. Yeah, and I don't like to just pull this thing. I like to do it like that. See, nice and easy. There was no bending of the actual NAND chip there. Okay, So what I do usually here is while the other glue is soaking up, I'll do this one as well. Then I'll come back to this one because there's glue underneath this little chip as well. Right. So what I'll do is that's a bit on not focused. Right. Let's focus that up a bit. There you go. So yeah, it's stuck by glue there. You can kind of see it there, a bit of glue on the chip itself. Right. So you just want to like drench it with a bit of alcohol and do the same like on these sides here. Just chuck a bunch of alcohol in there. There you go. And then by the time I come back, this glue will be soft, and I'll just be able to peel it off, or just barely, like just using the spudge, I should be able to just pull it out. So I'll put this to the side now, and while that's happening, now we'll do this one, it should be a lot easier. Just unplug it there. Undo this little thing here, which I should probably focus. There we go. See, like that's just coming now. I'm just touching it a little bit, and it's kind of like just coming loose. I try and like if it's my consoles, I probably don't care about this little sponge, but for the sake of someone else's device, I always
Electroconvulsive therapy, part 1. Electroconvulsive therapy, part 1. Electroconvulsive therapy, part 1. Electroconvulsive therapy, part 1.
Cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to go with the headset because I'll figure that out at some other time. And thanks Redstone for letting me know, bruh. I need to set up an extra screen here so I can see the chat. At the moment, I'm kind of just using my phone. So appreciate it, bro. I also had my wife letting me know. I will get on that real quick. Yeah. Anyway, let me just continue. Grab this stuff out of here. All right. There you go. I hope everything else is fine though. All right. Cool. So yeah, over here, I find that the easiest thing to do to clean this is like a little nano sponge like these ones, right? And it sucks up all the thermal paste as you clean it, and it just leaves it spotless, which is great. There you go. And that, look at that, it's bloody spotless. Well, as clean as I can get it, at least for now. Yeah. Hate this thermal paste. It always ends up everywhere. Put that in the bin, straight up. Uh, now it's just, I'm just gonna clean up the shield while I'm at it. I hate cleaning this stuff after, because for some reason, I could put it on the other side of the room, but somehow I always end up with thermal paste everywhere. That's why I started doing it this way. um, yeah, yeah. So now it's just easy. Like these nano sponges are like such a good find. There you go. That's freaking clean. I'll keep this one because I know I'm gonna need it at least one more time. But for the time being, I'm just gonna move this out of the way now. And let's get back into this bad boy. Cool. Where's the shield? Right here. Cool. What is my little tool? I've got this. I'll see if I can show you here. This is like from a crochet, like from a knitting kit. You used to have like another little hook here, and I just use a grinder to grind it off. And then I sharpened the tip and made it kind of flat, right? So now when I need to do the that looks kind of dark, doesn't it? Why is that so dark? Why is that so dark? I'm really confused. Because that's bright as for me. Huh. Looks like it's glitching. Why do I always have issues when I'm streaming? That is so weird. Okay, let me check something. Maybe, just maybe I might know what's going on. Photo resolution, 8 megapixels. That should. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Let me just restart my microscope. I don't know why it's doing that. It's being an absolute pain right now. Or maybe I can just disconnect it here. Is it better now? Yeah, I don't know. It was just having a little fit, this one. I hope it's fine now. It's still really not bright enough, and I don't know why that is. Because the light is absolutely spot on. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. Anyway, let's get on that. I just need to refocus this real quick. There we go. Yep. Cool. Anyway, as I was saying, sorry about that. I had to fix that up. As I was saying, like this little tool, I just made it in a certain angle that I can literally just go in there and boom, done. So easy. It's actually better than the needle, at least I found. Just gets in there so easily. See? There you go, done. And then I just go do a little angle there, little angle right there, and another one here. There you go, done. That's all you need to do to just get that shield out. And I have a feeling you guys didn't see any of that. So I'm just gonna do that. There you go, and it's out. Nice and easy, nothing got damaged. Alright. And what am I, guess what I'm gonna do next? More cleaning, hey? Who would have known? So here we go. Just gonna do some cleaning here as well. Okay, once I got that off, now it's the nano sponge time. Again, the best for this. Anything to do with thermal paste, this thing is solid. Even the cotton bud can't do, doesn't do as well as this. Look at that, spotless. Perfect. While I'm here, I'm just gonna also prep the shield for later. Um, so it should be that way, so this one. Okay. Yeah, sorry that you can't see much, but I'm kind of moving up and down a lot. There you go. And that should be plenty. Let me just check. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so that's the shield done. I can go there now. And now we're going to clean up the actual APU. Here we go. I think this board is actually darker than the other ones, maybe. Either that or I need to figure out what's going on with the color scheme on my microscope. Feels like I'm always figuring something out. Right. Back to the issue at hand. So basically the idea is exactly the same, is remove all the excess first before I even start cleaning, because it just makes the cleaning process a lot easier. And there's also a lot less sipping of this thermal paste stuff onto the actual PCB if you just remove all this excess first. It's just 1,000 times easier to do. As I said, the process is the same. And then I just kind of do this. Just a little bit of the little sponge. Then this is when I'm going to use a cotton tip. And I'm just going to go a bit closer here. Just to clean it all up. Twist all the excess, I mean. There you go. That's pretty much done. Honestly, I could just leave it like this. This is already pretty good, but I'm just going to brush it up. Just to go a step further. Yep. Now that that's done, I usually grab that same tea towel that I use for all the thing, and this is the last use I'll give it. Instead of just throwing 1,000 of them in the bin, I just keep using till I can't more. There you go, done. You see that? That's nice and clean too. Now, what I don't like is this little cable here for the speakers. It's annoying as hell. So I'm gonna see if I can find a way of just keeping it down there, maybe. No, yeah, that'll work. That's absolutely fine. Yep. So I'm just gonna grab a mod chip quickly. I've got them somewhere down here. I've got a bunch of packages here that I need to sort out. What's my V1 V2s? V1 V2s right here. Here we go. And there you go. Cool. So this should be a V2. Let me check the direction of the caps. Yep. There's that V2. So as you can see, pop it in there, and it goes just there. Just there. Um, Alright, that's awesome. I actually have 4 people watching today, which is pretty cool. Let me just focus this up for you guys, I guess. Yep, there we go. Alright, so when I'm here, what I like to do before anything else is we're going to want to press these in, like that. If you do this, and I'll show you how much easier it makes the whole process be. Alright, the same here. And it already holds the whole ribbon in place. Once you press them down flush to the board, the whole thing is like stuck in place. Some people like doing these first. I don't. I like to do these first and then use these to anchor it flush to the board afterwards. But you can do it either way. It's whatever you're comfortable with, isn't it? Okay, cool. All right, let's put some flux up in there. Let me just turn on my soldering stations on. I usually do that at the start, but not today. Not today. Right. On my last stream, I realized when I was checking it out myself that my field of view inside my microscope when I'm looking down the optics is, I'd say, at least 3 times larger than wider in view angle than what you guys actually see. Um, so I'm sorry if anyone watched that before, but I'm trying like a lot harder on this one to actually let you guys watch this. But anyway, nice and easy. Bit of solder. I will fix that in a second. I just want to get all the solder out of the iron. Let's move that one to the side. Hate this. I used to type this, but I might be getting lazy. There you go. There you go. Now that I've got all the solder out of this, now I can just go there and finish it all up. Come on, mate. You're gonna make me put more flux, eh? Yes, it is. Just being a pain today. Alright, give me it. Just a sec. Man, this mechanic flux really gives me the shits. I really wish they just used the normal packaging. So I could use my own plunger on it. But I have to use their one because nothing I have actually fits their size. Oh, it's the bane in my life. Come on, mate, just get in there. There you go. Alright. Alright. Boom. There you go. Now it's fixed. Just a bit of flux. And now I'm just going to touch it up again on this side. There you go. Is that moving? No, it's not. That is perfectly fine. However, I do want to touch that up just a little bit more. There you go. This one's got a lot of solder. Not that that's a problem, but I'm just going to remove a little bit. There you go. That's fine now. Let me clean up so I can inspect these joints properly. I know they're perfect, but I like to inspect them properly. That one's a bit dirty. Let me just clean that up. Yes, I know you can't see. Let me just come up again. There you go. And let's clean this up. I'm gonna get real close so I can actually see if it's going away. Alright. Just fixing up the joint. There you go. That's nice and fixed. Yep, these are all fine. And they look a bit shit, but that's because I haven't cleaned properly. There you go. Cool. I just saw that it looks like I touched the iron there on that little wire. Huh, interesting. Okay. I can put some coating on it after. Right. Now to these pads. Just a bit of flux there. That's plenty. That's plenty. Now I just usually do this. There you go. Heat up the shield a little bit and then pull the solder in and we're good. That's all you need. Otherwise the shield won't close properly later. Yeah. Alright. Now I'm just gonna flush these joints with isopropyl and hot air. So I don't like when it stays with too much flux hiding underneath that. So I'll just let it soak a bit. Then here we go. Just flush it out. And we get a nice clean flex cable area here. See that? At least as clean as you're gonna get this. Yep, I'm okay with that. Yeah. Okay, cool. Alright, that's our flex cable done. Alright, maybe I do need a bit more alcohol here. Cool. Alright, that's that area done. Now I'm just gonna undo the chip from here. Supposed to do that earlier, but I didn't. The glue I popped in earlier should have done the job by now. Looks like I might need a bit more. I might have waited too long. Cool. There you go. Done. See that? Nice and clean. Yeah. Perfect. Nothing's scratched, nothing's damaged, as you can see. Yeah, so you can see here, the glue kind of didn't do its job. Like, didn't actually got enough wet there in that area. That's alright. The chip still came out just fine. And that shield just goes back on. I just need to refocus this. Sorry about that. Yep. There we go. And the shield goes back on the Wi-Fi thingy. Just like that. Cool. Just a little bit of glue down there. But anyway, that's done. So now we're gonna pop the chip on the mod chip just like that. What I also do here, if I can find my double-sided tape, yep. Just grab a bit of tape, cut it off. I just make it, I'll show you in a sec. Just yay big, right? And I just pop it on the chip there, just for where it makes contact with the actual NAND chip. Just there. There you go. And as you can see, the glue is just in there. It's just in case this wobbles, so it doesn't come off. So the Pico main IC in there is actually making contact with the NAND. And they can share and hug and have little IC babies. Here we go. Now the console. This is the pretty easy part. We just, sorry about all the knocking, kind of hitting my headset on the microscope. There we go. Nice and easy. That one gets plugged in and everything is good from here. I did notice that I kind of touched that. So if you look, like I kind of gave that a little nudge, didn't I, with the iron? It's my fault for being lazy and not sticking the cable down. So what I'm going to do is just pop some 3-second mask on it. Actually, no, I don't need this one. Should still have some on my dispenser here. Where's my tweezers? Alright. So. And if you're wondering how small this cable is, it's fucking tiny, bro. But anyway, that's just some 3-second UV mask. If this doesn't adhere well, I'll pop resin on it. Just leaving it there for a sec. this is a good time for a vape minute. Oh, actually, I think my sorry about the camera. I think my amp meter has been delivered. Yes, USB-C meter from Paul Daniels. Yeah, baby. Um, I'll pretend that needs more time curing, and I'll just open that up a bit. I am really keen for this meter, so I can pop it on screen. So I'm just gonna do it now because I can't wait. And that's just the way I am. Oh, packaging. I love a good little bit of packaging, especially when I'm selling these Modchips. You know what I mean? Oh wow, that's nice. And he ships it out with it looks potentially like a 3D printed case now, which is fucking awesome. I've seen other ones and it's just basically a board. How nice is that? So I'll probably have this meter set up for the next stream. Um, and I'm definitely gonna use it because I got a V2 there that had some serious water damage. I rebuilt the whole Max IC area with new caps and whatnot. And yeah, some free advertising. Not that not that I'm gonna get a lot, but maybe I need to flip it this way. There you go. Some Paul Daniels there. He is a fucking legend. You should watch them. You should watch the guy. I don't even consider myself a repair person next to this guy. Um, wow, that is an interesting choice for a data cable. A micro USB. Wow, okay, bruh. I'm very surprised. But you know what? I'm not the happiest of. I'm sure he has a reason for using this micro USB cable. Maybe it's just to differentiate between these two, so that we don't make the mistake of connecting the wrong cables around, which would make sense to me. Um, but sourcing these, wow. Well, I guess they're not expensive at least. But anyway, I'll look into this later. Maybe I'll do it at the end of the stream or I'll do it tomorrow. But I'm super keen to have this hooked up with the OSD software on the stream. That should be cool. Anyway, back to the mod chip, because I have a feeling that the owner of this Switch might be watching. So he probably just wants to see it end, so he can stop looking at my face. Right. Let me just change the scene scope. Just want to make sure this cable is fine now with the solder with the mask on it. Where was it? Just here. Yeah, that looks solid. Yeah, that's fine. Look at that. That's solid. Okay. Oh, sorry. It looks like it isn't, but it's because I'm an idiot and I just applied fresh mask with my dirty tweezer. Bloody idiot. Look. But yeah, you can see that's nice and dry. Look at that. Nice and dry. It's perfectly fine. At least I fixed my mistakes, which is a good thing. Let me just refocus this. There you go. All good. Right. So now that's all done. We're just going to do a quick testing. Is that one fine? Should be, shouldn't it? Just, I didn't even go up there, so it shouldn't be. Yeah, it's fine. I like to test all of these since I'm in here. You know, shit happens. Yep, that's all fine. Right, so we're gonna just plug this bad boy back in and let's watch for that codes. So we should be able to see the LED flashing here. Blow, blow, green. Done. That's it. There you go. Can you see it on the screen at all? No. Anyway, I'll put it on the top cam just so you can see. There you go. It's all done. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And this one glitched really fast. I did another one yesterday, and that was a slow glitcher. Really, really slow. But this one's fine. Some chips are really fast, others not so fast, so I wouldn't know why. But yeah. Anyway, I'm basically just going to put the shield back on, reattach everything. Just going to redo this tab, and this tab. The rest is still fine. Maybe just this one as well. Okay, so I'm just going to pop some thermal paste on this after I tidy up this mess that I've done here. Where's my little thing here? No, I need to redo this. Fuck. Right. Cool. There you go. We'll just make sure all that paste is in there. Yeah, thanks, Redstone. I'm not sure if you're the owner of this console. I do consider these to be on the easier side for me, compared to the Kamikaze on the on the OLED. Which I'm thinking about maybe doing the OLED because I got the delivery today, and that one's mine for resale. Ah, what am I doing? I just forgot for a second this is thermal paste, hey. Just touching it like it's Play-Doh. Yeah, I might just do an OLED after this. Why not? I've got one waiting here that I got delivered. It's still in the box from the sender. Get back in there. Why do you keep going there? There you go. That's it. Right, so this one's pretty much done. It's just popping the shield back on it without nicking the sound cable again. Just yeah, there you go. It's all clipped back on. And I will show you, since I think this is your console. I'm not sure if that's you, Redstone, if you're the owner of this one, but I will show you real quick how it looks under the microscope. Just as I said, if that's you or not, doesn't matter. I don't hide my work. As you can see, I did. Look, I could honestly, I could have left this cable as it was, and it wouldn't have affected anything. But since that's to do with the speaker sound, like you can see the speaker that right there, um, I just applied a new coating just to cover that exposed area. I don't want it touching the shield and then you getting crackling sound or something. So that's at least out of the way. And I'll make sure as well that it goes on the little clip over here, and I'll show you later. But as you can see, they're all clipped in. I did pull this one back in, so I don't know why it didn't quite go. Let me have a look at this. Yeah, this one didn't quite go in. There you go. I did do that one before. Yeah, that one's back on. That's back on. And how's that one there? Fine. And yeah, so I don't know if you can see this. Let me see if I can show you. Yeah, so if you look in there, that little piece of tape that I put just makes sure this chip doesn't just wobble out of its place, especially after I put the double-sided tape down here to hold the whole thing down, like in this area, obviously. But yeah, okay, cool. Anyway, now I'm just going to do a little bit of cleaning down here with a Q-tip or cotton bud, just so that the glue on the sticky on the double-sided tape will hold this down for eternity. And I will also clean the chip itself, because that's basically the only contact point, the MMC chip to the shield. Yeah, right, there you go. And that's as clean as it's going to get. Now I'll just get a good chunk of double-sided tape. And again, since it's just the MMC chip that makes actual contact, I'm just going to make it like kind of like on a smaller end, like comparing to the rest of the mod chip, that is. If there's only one point of contact, what's the point of making a huge thing? So that just goes right there, just there. And I'm not even going to press that too much because I want that extra contact with the shield so this thing doesn't move out of here. So yeah, so basically that's it, and that just sits right there. So do you kind of understand why I put that extra bit of tape in between the chip and the actual mod chip? It's just so that, like, because I am going to make a cut on the back plate to fit this through it. So if you spank it hard enough, that could just come separated from that, from the mod chip. So I just do that little extra just to add. See, it moves with the mod chip, so that's what you want. Anyway, I just like to go the extra length. I like when people pay me just once, and then I don't have to fix things and whatnot because of a mistake I might have done, or just from not being cautious enough. Okay, so now I'm just going to cover it with Captain Tape. Not that it needs to, but I will anyway, because this is shielded already here on the top. Yeah, that is you. There you go. Yeah, I don't have a lot of people here, bro, because I only started streaming this stuff this week. Sorry about that. Um, I've done, I don't know, bro. I shouldn't say it on stream how many consoles I've done, so I probably won't. I'm just gonna err on the side of caution here. But anyway, so yeah, this is your V2. Now I need to aim this a bit better. That's not very good at all. Just like that, kind of. What is going on? That looked a lot better when I was putting it down. Alright, we're gonna do it with tweezers so I can actually see when I'm setting the tape. Kind of like that. And you're wondering, oh, the fan, what's going on? What's gonna happen to the fan? Nothing's gonna happen because I'm gonna cut it. I see it. If I saw it and ignored it, that would be annoying. That would be shitty. As you can see. There you go. See that? It's not perfect, but I'm not an artist. I'm just doing shit here. You know what I mean? There you go. So that now that that's done, we're gonna pop um uh the copper piping back on. There you go. And it's like no one's even been in here, bro. Look at that. So yeah, now that the alcohol is like proper dry, it actually glues back on. See? It's like proper. It's like no one touched this. other than, if you can overlook the whole mod chip part of it. Right, let's pop 3 screws there. And then we can go ahead and cut the shields to fit the mod chip. So this is what I was saying, like they've thought out of this, like the audio cable here. They've thought of it like getting damaged, so they added this little snippet here of protective tape, which is surprisingly nice of them to think of whomever is going to open this up, and very un-Nintendo of Nintendo to think of people. Uh, yeah, okay, cool. So that bit's done. So now what we got to do is cut the shielding, and I'm gonna plug it back in. So we want to go top cam. There we go. So for this, I'm gonna now close it up, and I'm just gonna quickly measure. Just that. I just want that. And I'm sorry if you're seeing the top of my head, but I know it's dead, and then the other one is just dead. There we go. So now I just cut the shielding to fit that area. Where's my... There you go. So this is what I do. I will bend it back later. There you go, mark. Just make sure that's nice lined up. Yep, that's fine. That's it. And then I just do that. And that's one. Then I just aim that again. And 2. That's it. And that's where your mod chip goes into. Right? I do now just bend it all back because I don't like metal pieces pointing at things. So just bend it all back in. I see a bit of an issue there. That's okay. I can cut that off right there. There you go. Done. Too easy. And yes, I just put my bloody finger again on the thermal paste. Fucking hell. I think, oh, maybe I should wear gloves for this. Not necessarily, because what will happen is if I'm wearing gloves, yeah, it's safer, but at that point, then I'm not feeling what I'm touching, and I would have not known that I've just touched a bit of thermal paste, because that's barely sticky. Oof, that needs to go down just a bit more. Yep, that's fine. Excuse me. Okay, so that's the mod chip. That's what we cut. That's fine. I always try and not cut too much from this side. I'd rather cut a little bit closer to that end. Here we go. And just like that, my guy, your console is almost ready. Once I'm finished with this, I can just prep your SD cards and Bob's your ankle. I just realized that with my accent, Bob's your uncle sounds like Bob's your ankle. Bob's your uncle. It's a bit weird if Bob's your ankle. Yeah, and so now this is the reason why I take that little foamy bit from it, just so I can do this. So I can come here, and bloody hell, I can actually see what I'm clipping in. See? Just that. Can actually see the clip. I'm sorry, you can't see anything, can you? Let me change back to the scope. There you go. I can actually see what I'm going to clip in, because when that massive black thing there is on the way, I cannot see. So with this one, like if I ruin the connector, it's not really a problem. I've got brand new connectors. I can just replace them. But why would I want extra work? So I just undo that, and then because this does serve a purpose. There's a reason why this little foamy thing goes above that connector. It's because if it's not there, then just if it has a fall, it doesn't have any surface tension to keep it in place. And when this is here, it lines up with the shield, right? So when you put the black cover, the back cover on it, that's what leverages that, so it doesn't come off. But at least this way, I always know that the bloody thing is working. I used to try and put it back on with the foam thing, and I would be here pressing here until I hear a click, and then sometimes I would pull the whole thing together and then find out, oh shit, it's not actually connected, and then I would have to open it again. Yes, you can easily fix that by just, testing it right now, but now that I know, I don't need to. So just the last screw over here. There you go. As you can see, there's no missing screws. There you go. And that's your console's back on. It's like no one's been in here, bro. Why is that not lining up? That's giving me the shits now. Alright, cool. I'm also gonna do the SD card bit on the on stream. I don't know if you're still watching, bro, but I'm gonna do the SD card, the software side of it as well. You never know. So if someone ever watches this just with the purpose of learning and doing it at the same time, um, hopefully I can help someone. Cool. Right. That's all for that one. Now let's just do the all the balaki screws that go around the console, which would be, let's start with this one. Where the hell is my magnets? You come here. Oh, it's on that one. Alright, sorry. Yep, there you go. He's looked after these really, really well. It's very rare to see an older console like a V2 and the rails are barely scratched. So he's looked after this really, really well. Yeah, nice. I wish when I'm buying these for resale, for modding and reselling, I wish they could come as nicely cared for as as this guy's one. Um, I don't really like to talk about the games stuff on stream, bro. Don't take it the wrong way. It's um, just to cover my ass a little bit. But if you if you have any questions, just ask me when you see me, bro, and I'll help you the best I can. Oh, wrong side. So I'm noticing you need to be careful with this top screw. It it's just rolling in there, and I know it's not this because this has got barely any power, and which is the reason why I use this for switches. Yeah, see, these ones are fine because I don't even hold this too tight so that it just rolls if I'm. Oh, this one's underneath here. Just rolls off my thumbs if it's like fully in. But let me see. What did you say? Is installing the games relatively simple? Um, I can't read what's underneath that little heart. That's annoying. Let me see on the stream. Relatively simple. I've homebrewed my 3D Excel, so I imagine it's similar to that. Um, it's there is a process, but it's not a complicated process. That's what I'm gonna say. And then tomorrow I will tell you exactly what that process is. You can find out quite easily, to be honest, by just watching a tutorial or something. But I always tell people more or less what they can or cannot do with these consoles after they mod ship them. What they actually do or not do is completely up to them. Um, it's their device, they paid for it, but I just cannot do it for people. But I will tell you tomorrow, I promise. Right. So I believe that's all the screws, that's all done, assembled. So now, that's the wrong side. That goes there. And that goes there. And let's just do a quick check. There you go. Yeah, as I said, you're lucky. You're very lucky with this one because this one glitches super fast. Yeah, look at that. It's barely like 2 seconds. 1, 2, yeah. Nice and easy, bro. Lucky guy. Let me grab a quick cable. Uh, yeah, I'll do that after that side of it. Now, the SD card is going to go in there. I'm just going to pop it on the screen. You didn't say, if you're still watching the stream, bro, it seems like there's some saves in this SD card. Do you want me to keep that in there? Do you need me to make a backup? Yeah, there's at least 2 game saves in here that I can see. You know, I'll just do it because it costs me nothing to do that for you. I will switch to my main screen. There you go. Right, so this is your content. I'll just put this on my desktop for the time being. And now that I've got that there, I just need Rufus. Come here, baby. I should have a camera here as well, and I don't for some reason. So I'm just gonna copy this one. Yep, right there. Because eventually, I know that I'm not showing on the camera right now, but eventually it will. Yeah, why not? Just fucking do it. Just do your bloody update. All right, thank you. So over here, you want to go non-bootable. Um, you can always refer back to this if you want to just simply upgrade your SD card after you get this back. You can keep this in exFAT. I don't because it's not as stable as FAT32. You'll find that if you use exFAT, um, you'll get instability on the SD card. So you want to set this up to large FAT32, 64 kilobyte. Remove that one there, and that's it. That's all you need to do. And then you press start. It's just going to clean up the SD cards. And I believe the firmware on this was what 20.4. So let me see what I've got here. Nintendo firmwares 0.5 should work on this one. So 20. I don't know if I should use this one for you. I should probably get the hats back, to be honest. 20.2. What was that? 20.2. I can probably use that. No, you had 20.4, not 20.2. Alright, let me just go to the website. There, right there. Yep. Oh, there's another update. I should. What have they updated? Remap dialog. Okay, cool. Nintendo releases, please. Thank you very much. He needs to sort this out because 20.5.0, because that makes it very hard to go any further than the first, like the last 2-3 couple of months basically. So now I can't go any further. Repositories maybe. Hats, yeah. Maybe I can find it in here. Releases section. Yeah, right here. Probably find it all. Oh, this is gonna be a while. Yeah, this is the problem. This the way he does it. Like obviously I love the guy because he does all the work with this. But don't love this part of it. But I've just found it here. So now I just need to download it. How do I download it now? Come on, bro. Oh, it's not here. Is he really not gonna let me download it here? Oh, here, maybe. Bad. Come on, let me download it. Oh, yes, it's here. Beauty. Should be this one here. And it's just the latest one, probably. Download. I'm just gonna check this quickly. Up to 20.5. Yep, that's what I want. So copy and then go in there, paste it. I'm just gonna really quickly just add 20.5.0. Yeah. Yep. And while I'm here, I'm just gonna move this to the appropriate folder. Firmwares. Yep. Now I have it here. Easy. Alright, so this part's done. Now we just go straight to the console. Eject. And that's that. Okay. Cool. So that's like that. Ow. That hurt. Right, now that that's done, SD card gets back on the console. So far what we've done, we've installed the Modchip, we've formatted the SD card, popped the hats pack in there, and now we have a package to boot into through the SD card, the Hecate. 2026. We are not in December. We should be in May, I believe. Yep. Nope. Get back down. And today is what, 24, I believe. I need to double check this. Might be lost on in time. 25. Yep, 25, and the time is 6:32. Yeah, 6:32. Done. Now that that's done, I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but anyway, I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. Um, so first thing we're going to do is partition the SD card. Yeah, press OK there to back up, and then look. If I put 20, I should do 25, 29 full. I'll just message you really quick. Because I don't know if you're going to play online on this console or if you're just going to... Because if you're just going to play online, I'll give you more space for your games and whatnot. Hey, bro. Uh, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to do 15 gigabytes. Just so he can have extra time. I usually do as low as 10 because no one actually uh, plays online on these consoles anymore. I'll do 12 and that's enough because he just needs most of the storage to be on on the SD card, especially with these lower sized ones. I always recommend people get between 256 and 512 gigabytes. Obviously, more is always better, but more is not always better when it costs fucking $200 for a terabyte. At least a decent one, I mean. Oh shit, I forgot to press the power button. Yep, continue. Yep, now it's doing its job. My bad. There you go. Now it's in. Oh, get back in there. My fingers feel dirty and sticky from these things. Cool. Soldering iron, I'm not gonna need. Oh, I will actually. What's the time? Yeah, I might be able to do an OLED switch as well. Or should I do it tomorrow? Maybe I should do it tomorrow. Okay, maybe I'll do the Aliexpress stuff that I received today, and I'll open the console as well. But I think I'll do the OLED tomorrow. Um, yeah. So that's done. The SD card now is partitioned. So what we want to do now is create MMC copy. So you're going to go into SD partition part 1. Yeah, and if you're worried about temperature, like look at that, like even um, yeah, and I'm not using MX4 like the whole world wants you to use them for some reason. I just found one that's affordable and has the same similar thermal conductivity. But look, it's sitting. This is a V2, right? And it's sitting at 27 degrees. Like, how good is that? These I've seen V1s, V2s going as up as between 35 to 40 degrees, which is apparently normal for them. It is a big chipset, I guess. It's an APU. It's got a CPU and graphics engine and graphics in built into it. Yeah. Righto. What else do we need to do? Okay, so that part that's now done. So what we're gonna do now is do a backup of the eMMC boot 0 and boot 1. This is boot 0, boot 1 is just like the stages of starting the console, basically. If you had a bigger one, I would consider doing a raw backup, but you just don't. So now we want to lockpick RCM, and this one should be that one. And at this point, we just go lockpick, dump from eMMC. Once that's done, you press volume up just to take a screenshot and upload it to the SD cards. And that's all you need to do inside here. Reboot to Hecate. And now we're just going to configure how the Modchip behaves when you press the power button. So at this point, you want to go into Options, Auto Boot, eMMC. You, my friend, seem to have some stick drift. Look at that. It's possible that that won't be doing that once I restart, but that looks like stick drift to me. We'll check. I'll check that for you. And if you need me to replace them, I also replaced them. I charge about $10 for the set. Anyway, I add 3-second boot delay, so you have time to press volume down to enter Hecate menu while you're booting up. So this basically is now done, right? So you want to go into a launch, and we'll just actually I'll show you real quick what I've just done. So now when I press power, instead of it going straight into Hecate, it will just load straight into the custom firmware and boot from your SD card. There we go. I know it looks the same, but it is, but it isn't, because you're loading off the SD card now, and as you can see, um, you got a homebrew menu, you've got everything in here, and even tinfoil should be working. I even believe that on 20.5.0 you can even install, you should be able to install the tinfoil one, the NSP. Yep, it's right here, package manager. I want it on the SD cards. There you go. And yes, this is fucking Russian. But you can use. I believe there's another one here that should be English. I think that's what the second one is. There you go. This one's English. And if you want to install your own game backups, wink wink, this is what you do. You go through here, install it, and then on your computer it shows up as a basically as an SD card. I'll show you that real quick. I'm not gonna actually do anything, but you can do whatever you want. It's your console, but I will show you how to go about it. Where is it? I'll change to computer screen. There you go. So when you plug it in, it's going to come back like that. It's almost like it's a SD card. So you're going to open like this, and let's be honest, I will zoom in. I think it's self-explanatory where things go, right? Your own game backups, if you want to install, would go there. right? Saves would go in there. If you want to install it on your main MMC, but you got to remember they only have 10 gigabytes in that, that's probably where you would go. Do you kind of get my drift here? And then, like, if you just go into the normal SD card, right? Oh, hold on. Like this. If you just go into the SD card one, then that's the contents of your SD card, right? So if you dump something in here, it's just going to be in here, not doing anything, right? This is your MMC copy, right? I can't remember if I dropped your saved games in here, so I'm going to do your saves in here, so I'm just going to do that now. There you go. So now you should be able to load up into your normal mode and have that, and I'll just delete that. Cool. And that's that. Um, yeah, in regards to the joysticks, let me just do a quick calibration. I don't want you to have to pay me for no reason, bro. It could just have been um, just something playing up. So, yeah, I don't like charging people for things they don't need. Um, so just give me a second. I'll do a quick calibration on it, and we'll see if I can replace them for you, or if you need replacing at all. Calibrate control sticks, or if this seems fine right now. Yeah, I don't know if it needs it. Seems fine now. But then again, why was it doing that before? That's the question. But if you never experienced it, and I'm experiencing it, maybe there isn't a problem. Maybe it was just glitching in Hecate. It's possible, perfectly possible. Um, huh? I don't know. That seems fine. I'm gonna do a full calibration. Hold on. Recalibrate. Yeah. Yeah. Look, it's not malfunctioning anymore. So I don't look if you want me to replace them anyway, I'll do it. But um, honestly, that seems fine now. I haven't checked this one, of course, but that I don't think that was the one that was doing that before. Yeah, look, if you haven't noticed anything, and maybe that was just glitching, but it was definitely like moving on its own. If you look back on the VOD, you can see it that it was just moving on its own. But look, right now the calibration is telling me that it's fine. There's no look, yeah. And if it ever happens, you can just reach out to me, and I'll replace them for you. Let's check this one while I'm here. Yeah, see, it's fine. I think potentially it's just something was glitching out inside the thing. I'll calibrate them for you anyway. What was it, X? Oh, what's going on there? See that? It's not responding. It's working here, but it's not responding in there. Alright, maybe it's just glitching. Yeah, see, it's not doing that. Oh, there you go. Now it's working. Okay, that's fucking weird. I am going to do this again because that is weird that the Joy-Con itself wasn't responding. Let's try again. Yeah, see, this one's having issues starting it. Yeah, that's not normal. Because when you were doing that one, yeah, see, I have to move that one first and then that one will respond. Yeah, that's not normal. I don't think. I'll open this Joy-Con and I'll just reseat the cables, you know. Yeah, but it's working fine, so why would I have to do that? That's really strange. Alright, let me check. I'll do a full check for you. Alright, so that's working fine. Now what about this one? Yeah, it's working fine. This one is behaving a bit weird. The fact that it wasn't working until I moved this one is a bit weird. But if it works, I don't think um, I don't think there's any point in doing anything to it. Yep. Now let's try again off the controller. Yeah, see, it still doesn't do it. It doesn't do it until I do something, press some other button. It goes into like it's like asleep. Anyway, calibrate. Yeah, see, it doesn't function until I do something with something else. Yeah, like look at that. That is strange. But anyway, you know what I'm gonna try? I'll find out if this is normal. I've got another Joy-Con here. I just can't remember if this has a battery in it, but I will. Okay, let's go back. I'm gonna try just that Joy-Con. So this is my one now, and this one's fine. No stick drift. Let's calibrate it real quick. Yeah, it's the same. Okay, so it must be a console thing. Cool. All right, now I know. Yeah, cool. Right. Anyway, give you back your Joy-Con. There you go. All right, so your console's done, bro. Yeah, so these games you've got here, this is just a copy from the main NAND, the NAND chip. It's up to you if you want to keep them here. You don't have to. But that's again, that's completely up to you. I'm just going to connect to the internet quickly. Where's the internet? No, there. And yes, inside here you can connect to the Wi-Fi. You can connect to the Wi-Fi, but but not it won't let you connect to anything to do with Nintendo. Um, and yeah, you can see this. I really don't care if you know my Wi-Fi passwords. So as you can see, you're connected to my Wi-Fi now. And if you come into your homebrew menu, inside here, 90DNS basically blocks everything Nintendo. Oh, is it? This is why it's nice having people on stream because they can actually tell me when I'm fucking up so I can fix it. Thanks, bro. Top cam. There you go. Damn. So I've been showing you the whole thing while I was on the other screen. Right. Low for ages. Yep. All right. Thank you. Yeah. Well, it's nice that people enjoy listening to me talking for this long with nothing happening on screen, I guess. Um, so yeah, there you go. Cool. So I've connected to the Wi-Fi anyway. Just digressing here a bit. Yeah, look, it's connected to my Wi-Fi right now. So even with the Modchip in here, you're absolutely fine to be connected to the Wi-Fi. You just won't be able to connect to anything to do with Nintendo. As you can see, it's all blocked in the DNS blocker. So even if you try and go into Nintendo Online, um, yeah, it's just not going to work. There you go. So you're absolutely safe. This is unusual. That shouldn't have happened. Oh wow, okay. I think I might just change the hats back in here because that's not usual. That's not normal to happen. Not at all. Yeah. All right. It looks like I'm stranded on this one for a bit longer. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna pop a new pack in there. Let's go back on the computer, and this time I'll make sure I don't forget. uh, to come back to it. Um, just a sec. Goes back on the screen. Yep. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shut it down. Then I'm gonna go back into Hecate and I'm gonna put a new pack, hats back in there because um, that happening wasn't normal. So it's got to be with the hats back. So I'll put a mod 4-on-1. So we're gonna go into USB tools, SD cards. There you go. So that should now show up on the computer, and I'm just gonna replace it. I'm gonna put another pack in here and one for one replace it. What I am gonna do is just remove the switch one. Because what happens is a lot of these they'll just duplicate. So I'm just gonna now delete this. Prod keys, I'll probably want to keep that. I'll have to redo them again, so I'll just do them again. Whatever. I'll just delete that. I don't like that anyway. So I'm gonna get you a really nice loaded up pack in here. Um, one of these mega packs that I've got, and should have been this one. You won't need this. Or should I just pop it in there anyway? You don't need any of these. You know what? I'll just give you everything. How big is this packet? Let me check. Yeah, it's a bit on the big side. I won't do the PC stuff because you don't really need it, to be honest. So I'll copy that. Copy. Just a drag and drop. It's just gonna take a sec to do. It says 9 minutes, but it's not 9 minutes. I am very, very happy with this Paul Daniels meter because I thought it was just going to be a little board and that's the end of it, but it's not. It's got an actual printed case, which is cool. It's very, very cool. It's a proper voltmeter, and it's not cheap. But this is just so I can display when I'm testing devices, just so I can pass through here the power and display it on the stream so you guys can see it. This way I don't have to have a camera on my power supply. But we'll get to that. Actually, I'm just going to tidy up a bit now. Makes my life easier later when I want to finish up. So tomorrow, maybe afternoon, or maybe earlier, I'll do the OLED, and I'll show people the kamikaze because my last stream actually, when I did the kamikaze, was like my first stream, so that kind of sucked for people to watch. So we're gonna redo that. Well, you're definitely gonna see kamikazes in here because I've mainly focused on Nintendo Switches, so you're definitely gonna be a bit on repetition on that. Cool. That's all done. How's that going? Another 2 minutes. Okay. I'm gonna go drink some water. I'll be right back. I just realized that it's a bit breathy, so I'm just gonna try and get some noise canceling features on here. Let me change that to artists and then change that to NVIDIA broadcast, and hopefully that's a bit cleaner sounding now and less breathy. Back a bit so it's not so poppy. Is that sounding good? Just give me a quick shout in chat if it's sounding all right. Right. Yeah, it's a really big pack. That's why I don't like to usually use this one because it takes freaking forever to install. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I'll work it out. I'll work out what's going on with the other microphone at some point. I might need to just replace the cable on it. It's all right. I'll sort it out. I'm starting to think that I need a more powerful GPU on this computer because every time I'm using the broadcast stuff and using the GPU for rendering all these like the camera stuff and video broadcast basically, I'm always getting high GPU usage on it. But yeah, bro, once this is finished, that's it. It's done. It's up to you. You could even come and pick it up tonight if you want. It's completely up to you. Yes, I do want to replace everything. Yep, that's it. Alright, cool. So now this has got a new pack in there. So I just need to remove it off the computer. Check the UMS. There you go. So now that should come. Yeah, there you go. And that's that. So hopefully that we shouldn't see that problem anymore. So power off. Then we're gonna power back on. Let me just check the mod chip. Yep. If you ever want to see if the mod chip is working, when you first power on, you're gonna see through the USB stick. Sorry, through the USB port, you can see a blue light and then a green light when it glitches. But as you can see now, it's different. I am gonna have to just reset up this stuff again. MMC. I'm hoping my NAND, the NAND copy should already be set up. I shouldn't have to redo that, I believe. Um, what I do have to do again probably is the RCM, the prod keys, I mean. So it's just for us, like in the side of just for an abundance of caution, I just do this again because otherwise, when you're trying to install your game backups, it will ask you for the prod keys inside DBI or whatever. So now we should just it should work, right? This is a paid version. I pay for someone on Patreon that does these packs, and I just paid for a month and downloaded everything up to the most recent one. I usually subscribe for a month when there's a new one that comes out, and then I'll grab his pack off it. So this pack comes even more loaded. All of this you could do yourself, to be honest, but this pack does come preloaded, and I'm sure you'll appreciate it. Here you go. Yep, now it's ready. It's working perfectly fine. What I want to check, right, is my Wi-Fi is connected. Just checking this. And what I want to check now is if I try and go to Nintendo Switch Online, is it going to crash again? Look, even if it crashes, to be honest, it shouldn't affect you because you're not going to use it. Yeah. This must be an issue specific to this version. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. But you're not going to use Nintendo Online anyway. Strange that it does that. But the fact that it does it with both packs just tells me it's something specific to this firmware version. Cool. Anyway, yeah, that's. I'm just gonna load this real quick. Make sure it does loads. I have to fix the system clock. Okay, cool. Let me fix that. System clock. 4.0. Synchronized clock. Uh, it's already 7 actually. So now it's synchronized. Close that. Yeah, it's done. There you go. You're probably watching the stream, I think, but I'll message you anyway. No, I don't want to do that. See, I'm seeing some weird stuff there. See, this is the yeah, the Joy-Con. Yep. See, we're seeing. Look at that. Can you see that, bro? The Joy-Con is doing it again. Look. See that? Yeah, it's doing it again. Yeah, so there is something going on with that Joy-Con. I don't know if you I don't know if you're watching still. Yeah, can you see it? Yeah, it's still doing it. Look. It's just doing it on its own. I wonder if I pull it out of the rail if it stops. No, no, it's just doing things on its own. Look at that. Now, what happens if I... That is so weird how it's doing that. I might try a different Joy-Con. Not that one. I need the minus on this side. Yeah, it's doing it in here as well. Yeah, look at that. Okay. Is is it doing it in here? That is very strange. But it was only doing it in the app, which is even more strange. Rate sticks. See, it's not actually doing it. It's just inside the app. Yeah, it could definitely be the rail. It's very possible that it could be the rail. But just so you know, I didn't touch the rail. You can go through the whole footage. The only thing I did was check that all the connectors were on. Um, really, really strange stuff. Um, I am going to check that again. Some weird stuff that it's doing here. Yeah, I think it could be the rail potentially, but then again, the rail shouldn't be controlling anything. See, my problem is why isn't it happening in the main menu? That's my thing, right? So this one doesn't connect because it doesn't have a battery in it. I'll put your by one back on. Yeah, I've never seen such an issue. Hold on, let's try something. Delete. You know what? Look, you know what I might do for you? I might just quickly do a quick firmware update, but not to the latest one. Hold on. This is very strange. I've never noticed it doing such a thing. Because I can't, I doubt it's the rail because this rail is fucking new. You've looked after it really nicely. Yeah, these rails are spotless. And inside you can just roll back the VOD if you want to check it, but I double checked the connections on all of these and they were like spotless on the rail. Yeah, there was no problems there. There was no flux, nothing dribbling down there at all. See, the thing is, if there was an actual issue here, this should be doing it on the menu as well, right? It should be pulling down on the menu, but it's not. That's what's so confusing about this. Um, hold up, hold up. There is something going on here. See? Oh, that is strange. There's definitely a pull down here. I just don't know what it is. Yeah, it's doing it here as well. I'm noticing. See, I can't go that way. I I think it's annoying. I'll redo the SD card just to rule out that it's not a. Yeah, see, it's doing it there. I just saw it doing it again. I'm going to rule out the possibility of this being a rail, an SD card issue or anything like that. I'll redo the SD card for you just to rule out the potential software issue because I'll be honest, I've never seen it doing that after a mod chip or anything like that at all. Never, ever, ever. But let's do it anyway. Let's just redo it. Just on the remote possibility that it is an SD card issue. Is that not on? What's going on then? Turn it off and back on. Yep. Beautiful. Yeah, just leave that. Quick format. Yep, please. Thank you. Uh, so now what I'm gonna do is I will get a close. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get a version of Hatchback that's a bit closer um, to the next firmware. Hold on, Hatchback. What have we got here? 20.2, 20.1, 20.2.0. That should be absolutely fine. That's what I'm confused about. Oh, is the firmware in here as well? Yes, it is. I might even just upgrade the firmware a bit. Okay, cannot give you this one straight away. I need to use a smaller kit first. 20. Where's the console? I'm just gonna double check something. Yeah, don't worry about it, bro. Um, I know what I'm doing around this, so it's probably better that this happens when I have it. So I can at least I'll let you know if the issue is to do with in any way with the Modchip, which I don't think it is. Um, Otherwise I would have seen issues like this before, and I've done enough of them that I can tell you that this is not a normal occurrence in any way. So it's either it could be like you said, the rail. the rail itself. Which, by the way, I also have replacements if I need to go that avenue for you. But again, when I'm in the normal system, I don't actually see anything wrong with it. That's the weird part. 20.4.0 is fucking weird. I would put you on the latest firmware, but if you want to do emulation with 3DS and all that stuff, I'm definitely gonna leave you exactly where you are. 20.5, yeah. Forgot what I left it. Bloody hell. Yeah, here. Yep, I'll put this one back on. And I'm gonna upgrade your firmware just a tiny bit, just one version up to 20.5, and then this way, well, I'm gonna do this only inside the SD card. I'm not actually gonna upgrade your main one, and this way I can rule out that it's not a firmware version compatibility thing with the hats pack. Strange, yeah. And I literally, and also I messaged you telling you that it was ready, and then I noticed an issue. It sucked. Which is also why I don't promise people usually same day or anything like that, because you never know. Like something can happen. There's someone in Brisbane that promises like in 2 hours, and I'm like, yeah, I can do this in 20 minutes. But what if something doesn't work afterwards? Yeah, it's just dumb. But anyway, each to their own. Yeah. Cool. Now, oh, I don't want to pop that in yet. Did I pop the? No, I didn't put your save back on it. Bloody hell. All right. Just gonna pop your saves back in here. Cool. All right, so I'm just gonna test this, and then I'll change you back to that nice big pack that I had before. If this issue is fully thoroughly fixed, just gonna have to go through the whole process again, which is a pain in the ass, but it is what it is. But this time, instead of explaining, I'm just gonna power through it. 7:22. So I'm just not gonna talk as much anymore, so I can get this done quickly. that copy over. I've chucked the firmware also in there so that I can upgrade it in the SD card. And I'm just hoping for bit better functionality in there. Uh, yeah. Na 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 na. Should we zoom in and see what I'm doing? Good for him. Which times? No change on the digitizer though. Yeah, it won't help with digitizer. Yeah, digitize issues. Issues. That's usually issues on the port on the connector or potentially see. Okay, so that's done. Now we're gonna create the MMC partition one. Cool. Right. That was a lot quicker. Cool. Payloads. Quick. Yep. Go back to Hecate. Yes, please. Okay, so, oh, let me see. See that it's still doing it here. It's so weird that it's doing that. See, it's still doing it. And that's nothing related to the mod chip or whatever. It's something to do with this little guy. See? Now it's back to up there. So yeah, it's either the Joy-Con itself. You know what? This is fucking with me. I'm just gonna replace the. Let me just that's all done. I'm just gonna quickly do this. Yes, 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 and save. Cool tools console. I just want to check the micro SD card while I'm in here. This is a genuine SanDisk. Game on. All right, bro. Do you mind if I just if I just quickly change your put a replacement Joy-Con on it, um, just to make sure that it's not the Joy-Con. I'm gonna shut that down. I'll do this super quick. Because now it's playing with my head. No, I've got spare Joy-Cons here, bro. Because I do these all the time. Like I buy consoles all the time, and very often when I'm mod chipping consoles for people, I'll end up also replacing Joy-Cons for them, or just repairing some other stuff for people. So it's all good. I've got them here. I usually sell them by the set, but it's up to you. If it's just the one that's causing the issue, might as well do just the one. Uh, I don't think I've got more black ones, but I need to check. The ones I've got are red. Um, yeah, but definitely something's off here. That's in all the way it seems. So it has to be the Joy-Con. Like 9 out of 10 times with these consoles, like it's notorious with these consoles to have stick drift in some capacity. That's why I stocked them. I need to buy some TMR ones because sometimes people want an actual upgrade to it. Um, but actually have to. Okay, cool. It's just I don't want to damage this just in case it's not the Joy-Con itself. Because if it's not the stick, then I'll just put yours back and not charge you anything at all, bro. But I might as well do this for you because I already have it here. If you take this to a like to a repair shop, they're gonna charge you heaps even just for doing small shit like this, bro. Like heaps. I know. I'm gonna check quickly if I've got black Joy-Cons. If you're lucky, I still got some. I think they'll be in there. Oh my god, you might actually be lucky. I do have a black one. Ah, lucky bastard. There you go. Yep, I got a black one for you, so that's nice and easy. Yeah, so that's a brand new one. I'm just gonna let me zoom out. Yep, there you go. It's the brand new one. That's your. Hold on. Yeah. So that's the. Am I still on top? No. Okay. I don't know if you can see. I hope that's focusing. Let me open the. Um, cool. So up there, can you see them both? Yep. Yep. So the blue one is the new one. That's your old one. I'm just gonna. The sad thing is that it looks fine, right? It looks absolutely fine. But I'm gonna just replace this. I'm only testing. It's possible that it's got nothing to do with it, and I'll just take it back out and put yours back in if that's not the problem. I can also check the rail, but yeah, that's. I'll be honest with you. At that point, it's becoming a repair. Um, Yeah. Anyway, let me just get on with it. This I won't charge you for, other than the joystick itself. Here we go. Where's my tweezers? You're being annoying, aren't you? There you go. You can't see. I apologize. Bloody hell. Alright, you want to be like that? Do this the Rob way. Go. Come on, get in there. Get in there, you bastard. There you go. Now you're in. The Rob way just means I should have done like this from the start. Yeah. Yeah, so that one's done. I can pop this screw back on, just so I'm not, fucking around with this all the time. Yeah, cool. To do the other one, yes. So, I realize that you cannot see exactly the same thing I'm seeing on my scope, but I'm trying my best to let you see what I'm doing. Yep, there you go. So that's all the way in there. I'm just going to check that real quick. Yep, so that's your brand new one. There you go. So now we just need to get this little guy back in. You, what the hell are you doing on this side? Fuck off. Yeah, on this side. There we go. Here, I want to leverage it down. Oh my god. Come on, mate. You are a pain in my butt. There you go. Done. And now we just very gently pop it in and close it off. There you go. Done. While I'm here, I'm just going to reset everything just to rule out any like dumb errors or just loose connections, because all of that is a possibility. But then again, why was it doing it to the other one? No idea. Why is that so loose? Anyway, just gonna check this one as well. Nope, that is solid, and if anything, I'm probably bringing it out a bit. Yeah, that's fine. Let's just sit that out before we do something. Why is there flux there? Oh, that's factory flux. Okay, cool. Factory flux is okay. Yep, cool. Where is the antenna on this one? Huh. Is this a, these usually have a Wi-Fi antenna. What the hell? What? Okay, alright. I don't want to dive into it. I'm sure there's a reason. Alright, let's get... Oh, actually, no, I will need that. Oh, look at that. That's filthy. I'll clean that up as well. Game of juice, baby! Game of juice! Come on, mate. Jesus, it's caked in. Get out. Yeah, look at that. It's caked in. I have to use like my tweezers to get it out. Get out. We run a clean joint here. Come on, get out. Come on. No. All right, that's good enough, mate. I'm not running a cleaning service. Although I did go through a whole cleaning tutorial at the start, didn't I? Alright, so it's back in. Clickety clack. This guy. I have a feeling you're going to be really dirty here as well, and it is. Yep. Yep, I'll clean up too while I'm here. Look, in hindsight, this is actually like pretty clean. This is just the usual spots. But eventually what this becomes is sticky clickies, sticky clicks. So again, I'm here, so why not do it? Cool. So let's pop that back on. You sit down. Yeah, mate. Sit. Why are you not sitting properly? Okay, there we go. Now we're sitting properly. A bit strange, but anyway. Okay. Sit. Hold up there. I think that's supposed to go through there, is it? Surely not. Because that looks to me like it would damage the cable there if it stays there. Nope, we're gonna move that. We not likey this. That should be going through here surely, like that. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Because otherwise we're gonna damage it. Yep, goody. Now it's just the two in the middle. Yeah, this is definitely taking me a lot longer because, I don't usually do repairs as I do mod chips, but why not? Come on, you little bastard. Can you just like sit in your, go back and sit in your lane? All right, I'm gonna need a double tweezer here. Yeah, of course. Get in there. There you go. Cool. I didn't know there was some models of these that the antenna is not around here because usually there's an antenna somewhere in this area or this area, which is strange that this one doesn't have it. But anyway, what I'm gonna do is just pop two screws, one on each. So no, you know what? I should assemble the whole thing so I don't flex it while I'm trying to fix it. Um, yeah. Fine. Ow, just poked me. Okay. Don't do the pokey. But, oh, man, these are just annoying. Who thought there was a good idea to create tri-head screws? Like, why? Why do we need them? Seriously. Who thought that was a fucking good idea? Sure, there's a place in hell for all these people. Like, I thought we've all agreed that we just wanted, like, crossed ones. That's it. Anyway, back to the Switch. Oh, cool. Alright, so I'm just gonna quickly test this. Now, if it's still happening here, yeah, cool. This one's already pretty good, but I'm gonna calibrate it real quick for you. So it's got a really good circularity. Recalibrate. Okay, good. Cool, that's perfect. Yep, as you can see, it's not pulling anywhere. Yeah, now, why does it keep pulling all the way to the side? That's my question. Okay, hat's back. Yeah, I'm just gonna upgrade the firmware on this really quick. Um, where is it? Where's my guy? Daybreak here. Install firmware. Yep, we're gonna go up one. Yeah, it is better. Reset preserved settings, install and begin update. Yep. Yeah, it is better because in that menu before it was just pulling me back every time I went forward. But I'm still gonna bring the firmware up one version just because of the other error that I saw. I don't usually do any of this. I usually just I pop them out of it because like software issues, like it's not really, it's not what I'm offering. I'm just doing it for you, bro, just to help you out and get it all out of the way. Um, because what I'm supposed to do is like Modchip, and then I pop your pack in there, but it's basically what I'm offering is the Modchip installation. But yeah, I've calibrated the stick. Feels absolutely fine. Yeah. Um, righto. So let me just quickly check. So the firmware now should be 20.5.0. Yeah, that is correct though. See? So it's fine. Now it's not doing it. What I am going to do is simulate um, the same conditions as before. I'm going to install go in here. We're going to install tinfoil, NSP, and that one. And install it on the SD cards. And no, we don't want to delete it after. Start. There you go. Okay. So I'm just gonna come in here, set up the time real quick. Well, yeah, so you're welcome, bro. So far it's absolutely fine. It's not it's the Joy-Con is not pulling anymore. So as far as I can tell, I've fixed your problem with the Joy-Con. Honestly, I'll just charge you $10 extra for the Joy-Con, bro, and $10 for all this extra work. I think it's fair. Yeah, usually charge a lot more. Five. No, actually, this should be like almost 8 o'clock now. Yeah, 7:49. Cool. Um, yeah. Oh, I didn't change the year. Fuck me dead. Oh, it changed back. Why did it change back? It's strange. It never does that. Is it gonna do it again? Oh, it is doing it. Why is it doing that? It must be a firmware thing. Okay, I'll just leave it on without synchronizing online. Five, five. Who even cares about the time, right? It's not like you're gonna be watching this shit when you're playing. Alright, so leave that alone. Now I want to test this. Now if the Joy-Con is still playing up and pulling up and down like it was doing before inside the app, now I know we have a problem, but look at that. See? Look at that. Perfect. So Joy-Con, joystick was your problem. It's fucked. Yeah, yeah. It's fine now. See, everything's working. It's not jumping all over the place. Yeah, there you go. All right, there you go. I did you a Modchip and fixed your Joy-Con for you. What I'm gonna do as well is I'm gonna go the extra mile for you here. Um, I'm gonna shut this down. Oh, there is one more thing I want to test. I did say I was gonna simulate the same issue as before. Let me connect to the internet. I want to make sure that same problem is not there anymore. Because I don't usually test that because I already know you can't connect to it, but I've never noticed that it would give me a fatal error. It really wouldn't matter because you're not going to use it at all. But I just want to rule out that it's not a mod chip thing. It might just be it might just be an like a firmware issue that's causing this thing. Let's see if it gives me a fatal error again, I know there's some other thing going on here. Right? Is it trying to connect? Yeah, cool. So let's go back. Yeah, see, this time didn't give me an error. Yeah, so we're fine. Assuming I'm on the right one, I should be. Yeah, you see how that didn't give me the error? So it was a firmware specific issue, which I fixed because I inside the SD card only, I've upgraded your firmware to 20.5.0. Okay, so I brought you up one, which this way doesn't burn the fuses and you get more, well, it should be more stable too, which is better. You want stability when you're going to be doing emulation. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fill this puppy with my other package. Um, and I think it already comes with RetroArch for you. You just need to add your own games. Oh, oh, yep, down, 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 down. Yep, that's it. Now, tools, USB tools, SD card, please. Thank you very much. And then now we want to do is I'm probably going to delete. This time I'm going to do it a bit different. I'm going to grab, I'm going to leave that. I'm going to take this, this, and this. I'll leave that. Don't need that. I'll leave the English version. No, I'll delete everything. And then delete. Why didn't it delete these? What the hell? Refresh. I'm sure it did that. Yeah, there you go. And now when I drop the other pack in here, I shouldn't need to do the prod keys again and any of that. Which I've already spent a lot of time on this. Okay. Yeah, this is the one I want. I don't want the PC stuff, and I don't need the firmware either. So copy and go for gold, baby. Okay, so now we've fixed two issues. I'll pack the I'm gonna pack the little Joy-Con because that's yours. I'll pop it in your case. Um, you might want to look at it, kiss it a little. I don't know. Some people do weird stuff. I don't judge. Yeah, it's in your bag for you. Feel like for this scene, I kind of should do that and put myself on that corner there just to make it look like I'm looking at the screen, eh? Oh, you're not even saying the other thing. There you go. Yeah, so this pack that I'm putting in there, it comes with, I'll show you, not that one. That one, it's back. Sort of bunch of shit, but let's go. So, like your ROMs for to play with RetroArch, this is where you add them. You just literally drop your games in here, your like 3DS games, whatever you're gonna play, bro. Your Nintendo 64, like all those guys, you just drop them in here, and then you're gonna use RetroArch to play them. RetroArch is inside the homebrew menu. Should be down here somewhere. Hey, look, you even have like the PS1 emulator already in here. Yeah, look, you'll have to spend your own time investigating how to emulate games in here. I don't imagine it will be hard on this firmware specifically. Um, but yeah, it's got heaps of stuff on it. It's a nice big packet. Saves you a lot of searching and fiddling around within the SD card, and then you can just literally download your games and just chuck them in there straight away. This is good timing because I'm getting hungry and I'm almost finished with this. I guess I'll open this stuff tomorrow from Aliexpress. Got a bunch of shit and then ba-da-ba-ba-ba-bam. So yeah, please do replies, and that closes up this switch pretty much. I might have to just reset up the booting process, but that's about it. So kick that off. Um, cool. So once this is done now, Just realized that that is a bit. That move, that's freaking weird. Oh, that didn't move. My mat moved. Oh, you bloody weirdo. Yeah, okay, cool. Alright, that is done. Okay, so we're gonna quickly restart this and we should be Gucci. Normal. Yep, so it should send us to here. Oh, that is a cool animation from what's his name in Demon Slayer. Oh, fuck. It's the lightning guy. He's freaking awesome. Anyway, let's not geek out too much. There you go. 3 seconds. And just to be on the safe side, um I'm gonna lockpick the RCM again. I also don't remember if I backed up the bit one, but zero and bit one, so I'm gonna do that again. Rebit to Hecate. Yeah, I don't think I did that. So we're gonna have to do that again. That's done. I also can't remember if I put the Nintendo thing back in there. USB tools. I'm just gonna check real quick on the computer that I put your saves back in there. I cannot recall it. Yes, it is. All right, cool. It is done. All right, let's see it. Done. That's out. Oh, okay. Technically, now should be finished. Can we be unlucky a second time? Yes, we can. We don't have to though, but we can. Like this little case. Yeah. Alright, just a quick check. Everything seems to be fine. That should not be opening, which is strange. Hold on a sec. Let's try that again. Yeah, that shouldn't be opening. Anyway, that's fine. But look at that, you're packed, absolutely packed in here. But I'll let you try this all out. I'm done for today. Alright, I'm gonna shut down. Yeah, your console's done. Shut down. Easy. But that's just shut out. Yep, yep, that's it. Done for the day. You know what? I'm gonna open the Aliexpress stuff. Or should I leave it for tomorrow? No, I'll open the console. I'll leave this for tomorrow. I like the box because I can use it again to ship it out. Look at that beauty. Love it when people use nice boxes to ship this stuff to me because then I can just use it to ship it back to the next person, saving on packaging material. So this is a Switch OLED, and I believe I paid $230 for this one, which is a bargain. Let me just check this real quick. I paid $230 for this, and it was free shipping. How much better can that get? Alright, we don't need this cloth anymore. Still not perfectly lined up, but it's good enough. Alright, no grip. Good, shelf 5. Okay, whatever that means. Okay. I like it when it comes with the box. I like it. Because the box looks good on photos, baby. Alright, Joy-Cons. What are we looking at? This needs to be all cleaned up. Yep, they just need to be cleaned up, which is fine. Cleaning, I only paid $230 for this. Can you close the door, Elijah? Now, this is what matters. Oh, no screen protector. No. No screen protector means they either took it out for the photos. Oh, this is spotless. I'm fine with that. There's general, like, very, very gentle scratches on it, but I don't even think there's scratches actually now that I'm cleaning it. I think that's just like surface stuff. Come on. I'm just gonna clean it with isopropyl. I don't think that actual scratches. Yeah, I think that screen protector was probably cracked or scratched badly, and they took it out for just for photos and whatever. Because it does help sell. When you're selling an OLED Switch, you want that screen to be good. Yeah, that's fucking spotless. Yep. Alright, this is going straight back. Oh, no, actually no, because I need to check with the Joy-Cons. How are the Joy-Con rails? Brand new. Jesus Christ. Again, in excellent condition for $230. That is excellent. And just a quick test. Yep, solid. Wow, that is tight. That is tight for it. What have we got in here? Okay, so we've got the charger, we've got the HDMI cable. Very nice. Look, they're still in the packets. Are these original though? I don't know. Oh, sometimes I'm lucky with like this. Is this an original one? It looks like it. Yeah, this looks like the original Nintendo ones, which is good. Still in the baggie. Yeah, this is gonna look after I mod chip it, do the kamikaze on it. It's gonna look very nice on the photos. This kit like this. After I mod chip it and whatnot. I'll probably pop it up for about 400 bucks. I think 400, 450, something like that. Depends on the how. I don't know. It depends. I'll think about it. It depends what size SD card I'm gonna pop with it. Are we gonna be lucky? Because it would be amazing if there was a game in here. Nah, no games. Look at the dock. Again, brand new. This thing is brand new. Whenever I see consoles this old, like this, in such good condition, I know they've been looked after by adults. 100% by adults. All right. I am very happy with this. That was a bargain price for how well this is packed. And it has the original box, which is not a normal thing for these. Right. Anyway, this is a job for tomorrow's Rob. Oh, no. I do need to check. I just want to check the firmware on this. If I'm lucky, it will be maybe 20. if I'm lucky. But they would reset these things. Yeah, this has been reset, which gives me hope that it's either in the latest or a couple of versions down. Because these shops usually they usually no skip X. They'll as soon as they get these things in for data protection, they have to reset them. So which usually when I buy it off these pawn shops, it's either like a nice old firmware or it's a the latest one. Depends when they got them in, really. Five. Should be 8 o'clock by now. 8:14. 1, 2, 3, 4. Later. It's a Mario. Hell no. Good. Come on. Ah, it's definitely above 20. Is it 22 though? Oh, that's good. Look at that. 21.2. 21.2. I can still make it work with tinfoil. That is perfect. And I can also downgrade that to 21.0. That's great. I'm very happy. See, this is what I mean with these pawn shops. If they got them, if they got the console in at the right time, you usually can get them through. You can get them at decent, low enough firmwares, which is great for someone like me. Uh, well, well, does it matter really? Only it's only some stuff that doesn't work anymore, and you can downgrade. You definitely can downgrade. It's just like I don't usually do it because downgrades can go either way. But if it was for myself, I do them. I just go and do it. But yeah, this is fine. This console is pristine. And I'm gonna get a pack of 5 SD cards yesterday. I mean tomorrow or the day after, so I can list these consoles online. Okay, you can stay down there. Now this meter as well. This is another thing I need to check tomorrow. Paul Daniels, the Mandel agent. Uh, okay, cool. Right, so this one's done. Quick tidy up, then I'm gonna cut off the stream. I'm done for today. I will just quickly put this one back to charge because it's a little shit, that one. Uh, yep, anyway, thanks for watching. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe real quick before you leave. Um, yeah, that's it. Good night.